Battlefield 2042 was on sale, and might still be, was on sale for like less than $5, the whole game. And I was just like, well, even if I don't like the game, I'm not going to be upset for spending less than $5. So I bought it. I've been playing it irregularly. I'm not playing it the same as the finals, but every once in a while I'll get my dailies knocked out in the finals. I still want to play a shooter. It's a completely different feeling shooter, and so I'll play that. It is kind of interesting to go between the two games, though, because I've talked about this a million times, and if you play the finals, you know this. But the people at Embark who make the finals are ex-DICE devs. They worked on almost every single Battlefield. The finals shares some like philosophical DNA with Battlefield, which is really weird. And it's weird to go and play Battlefield 2042, which is a Battlefield these guys didn't work on. They left before that. And you can tell. So far, especially for less than $5, I'm having fun with Battlefield 2042, but it does feel kind of soulless. And I felt that way when the game first came out, but I also was inundated with all the fucking bugs the game had too. So I'm like, it's soulless, it's buggy, and it's missing features. Coming back to it, the features are there. There's you can check your score, which is great. They didn't have that originally. I have seen like no bugs, no glitches, no lag or anything weird happening, which is good to see. But it's so weird. Every time I talk about this game, people are like, oh, they fixed that. Oh, they fixed that. Oh, they fixed that. Oh, it is a class-based shooter now. Kind of. It is class-based, but you can still see how much of that DNA of a hero shooter they tried to make is still there. When I play this game, it feels like I'm like sifting through the ruins of like this project of like, we don't know what people want from Battlefield anymore, so we're going to try and give you everything, but not really like focus on anything specific that makes the game special. There's some destruction compared to the finals, none, but there's some destruction, but it's like so minimal.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy compared to what Battlefield had before. I mean, that was like one of the biggest features of Battlefield, and 2042 is kind of like completely backs away from that.
Yeah, I remember watching previews of Battlefield 3 and like specifically the map they let everyone play in early access or beta or whatever, where like you'd get in these tight corridors and the walls are just like flying apart and stuff. So
Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, even Battlefield 5 had like okay destruction. This game, it's just like every once in a while these square panes of wall will just like go and just like pop out and they're gone. There's no like dynamic destruction happening. It's just like the wall blew out. So that's disappointing, but it's not super needed. The graphics are like okay. Like the design of the maps is like gorgeous. The maps are really gorgeous, although I'm not a big fan of their layouts, but these big sprawling fields look really good. But the graphics themselves, I'm kind of surprised on like how much they haven't advanced since the prior Battlefields. I remember when Battlefield 3 first came out, I was like, at the time, like, whoa, this is fucking crazy looking. Battlefield does not have that feeling anymore. 2042 definitely doesn't have that. There's a good amount of guns, good amount of attachments and stuff to unlock, but it doesn't feel like as much as they used to have. And they have a shitload of guns from prior Battlefields, which I feel mixed on. It is kind of cool to be able to use like an LMG from Battlefield 3, but at the same time too, it feels like they're just like, weird to have the assets for that. Just throw it in. Again, it kind of feels like that a la carte buffet of like, what do you want from Battlefield? Because we don't know. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you should figure that out because like Battlefield 1 was like the last great Battlefield, so you did it then, but now you're just kind of out of ideas. One thing, though, that I'm really enjoying about Battlefield 2042 is it still offers the big team battles that just like no other games have, like running around and you just see like your whole team and squads running in and people are dropping. I play medic typically, so I'm like getting people back up because no one fucking else will do it. Or ping. No one, oh my god, Battlefield's been out for so long and people still don't ping fucking enemies. It's crazy. But yeah, just that feeling of like, I forget what it's called in this, but it's like rush or push or something like that. You basically start on one side and you battle in these battle lines or whatever, and you start pushing them back and they're trying to defend. And like that has like this awesome feeling of just war, just like all these people just like fighting in this one area. And that still feels awesome in this game. regardless of all my little nitpicks of all the things that I don't like that much in this game compared to prior Battlefields, that still is there. And the only other games that offer that is like Arma, which is like a mill sim, so it's not even the same. Like you don't. This has like an arcadey nature to it that makes it less stressful and more fun, I guess. And I guess like a Isonzo or something like that. Some of those indie games, but yeah, Battlefield still does it like nobody else can. Like Call of Duty's tried it in the past. These big team battles, they can't do it. And so if they have one strength still, they got rid of Evolution, they got rid of fucking Destruction, but they still got the big team battle spectacle down. It's still a lot of fun, just like crawling under gunfire and getting people back up and then getting up and dropping like 4 dudes because you got a good position on them. And then all the vehicles and stuff flying around and weird hover bike that people fly around on, and they always just crash them into the sides of buildings and shit. Yeah, plenty of people are still playing certain modes. I get in within seconds, so that's good. It does feel like there's not as much people playing as there should be, but the main modes like Conquest and stuff, you get into a game like really quick. It also has a co-op mode that you get less experience in. You still get experience, which is nice, but you play against AI. So if you and your friends just want to play against AI, I think that's a really good feature that I like to see more games do. Just because sometimes you don't want to be competitive against real people. I get it. But yeah, for less than $5, I can't complain. I'm having fun with it. I'm like level 20 something, and I played with Josh a little bit. That was pretty fun, even though, unlike the finals, it's less teamwork involved. Like, you can, like, call things out and be like, hey, shoot that tank or something like that, but it's less, like, strategy, and I don't know. I'm just really spoiled with the finals. It's like, you got to really think about that game when you play it, so. But yeah, it's kind of nice to just kind of turn my brain off and shoot shit in Battlefield, so.